installment 2 of the journey of me putting together my Masters of the Universe collection, the vintage Masters of the Universe collection.
Of which you have many.
Yeah, and like I said before, I'm not going to complete the series 100%, but there are 20 figures that I want. And when I get those figures, to me, the set will be complete. I will not get 100%, so don't think complete getting all action figures, vehicles, animals, and whatever else belongs in that set. No, I'm just going to fill up the empty pegs, and when those empty pegs are filled, my collection will be complete.
Yeah, some of it gets really, really hard.
Yeah, some of it's really hard, and I'm at that stage now where it's getting hard because it's the more rarer, I guess, figures, or the figures that everybody thinks should cost an arm and a leg. So I'm at that stage.
Absolutely.
So today we got one in the mail, and we have another one that I'll show that came in, and I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it or not, but I decided to keep it.
Yeah, and we had discussed that a little bit in actually our live stream.
Yeah, we talked about it. I had bought Squeeze, and when I bought it, I didn't realize that it was on a reproduction card. And it was my fault, because I don't blame the seller at all. I didn't read the description good. So because I didn't read the description well, I bid on it and I won it. And then later on, I went back and saw something else that that same seller had that was on a reproduction card. And then I thought about it. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Did what I order was on a reproduction card? And I looked at it and it was. So, you know, that's my fault. I didn't do right by reading everything, looking at everything. So I ended up keeping it because it is expensive. And
yeah, maybe you'll come across a proper one at some point.
Maybe later on I'll come across another one and then replace it. But we'll see. But let's see what we got here today. This addition to the set.
Yeah. What do we have?
They packed it well.
Uh-huh.
That's important.
As they should. You know I've had a lot of packing nightmares.
Yeah, David has packing nightmares. He's the king of bad packing. Yeah. Well, receiving bad packing.
I rarely have ever had a complaint about my packing. But other people like to torment me. Yeah.
And if you're going to be a seller and you're selling collectible things like this, and you know people are anal about it, even if you don't care, you should be considerate of your buyer. Yeah. Because they might not do business with you, or they might leave a bad review or something. Or it's just the fact that for your own like pride in what you do and in your business. So we have Clamp Champ. Yeah. And Clamp Champ is really prominent in the comics, the newspaper strip.
Yeah, you got a copy of that there.
Yeah, I'm actually reading through.
Yeah, the newspaper dailies.
Yeah, and he's like, he's front and center. He's like almost in every episode or thing, storyline, or however you want to say it. But he's in there big time, and he's a true assistant to He-Man. I mean,
which is rare in Filmation.
Yeah, because you will see some of these guys, Man-at-Arms, he's usually not all that great. He doesn't do a lot.
In the Filmation.
In the Filmation cartoon. Even Tila's a load sometimes.
Yeah, the only two that seem helpful at all in the Filmation are Orko and Ram-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the newspaper strip, Clamp Champ is front and center. He's kind of big.
Hold that still for a second, because I just want to see his blister is really clean.
Yeah, that it's a really clear. Clean. I mean, the card has a little warping, minor, and it is loose here, and I didn't know that. Okay. When I bought it, it said
there is a little opening
that
there.
It's loose, but I bought it, got a deal on it, and because the card is in fairly good shape,
yeah, let's see the
and
back.
the blisters kind of crystal clear, I can glue this together.
Let me see the back.
Okay. And I'm cool with gluing it together if I know. Now if this came and they didn't say, hey, it's coming loose at the bottom, I'll be upset. Because 9 times out of 10 they would charge me a price that says, oh, this is on a brand new card, you know.
And that card is pretty clean too.
Yeah, the card is clean. The back of it is, the colors are nice and bright. The front of it, again, the card has a little bit of warping here at the top, but not wrinkles, and it has some dings out here at the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's kind of normal. You know, it's not bad. It's not in bad shape. Yeah, it's not in bad shape. And I'll glue this together, and you know, it won't cause me any problems. So well, I'm not gonna put it in the clamshell right now because we got to glue that. But the other one that I got, I'll go ahead and show you that.
Yeah, because you see, you got a spot for him on the wall back there. I imagine.
Yeah, Clam Champ.
Where's Clam Champ gonna go?
Clam Champ is going to end up going right here by Rio Blast.
Uh-huh.
Now, the other one that I just got on the reproduction card is Squeeze. I bought him, and it's on a reproduction card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the original figure, the original accessories. It has the original comic book. Yeah. It's just, excuse me, a reproduction card. You know, again, that's 100% my fault. I don't blame the seller at all.
And you say that, though, but to be honest, it was kind of cryptic in the description.
It was cryptic in the description.
And a lot of those guys do that, and I think that's kind of shady, personally.
Yeah, I've seen some where they put it in the heading, in the title, in big, bold letters and asterisks and all that.
Or recarded.
Yeah, recarded, reproduction card, something like that. Or even in the description, they'll put on kind of big and bold that this is a reproduction card. You have all original parts, but the card has been altered as a reproduction. This person, it was cryptic. But again, if I had slowed myself down and I read it, probably wouldn't have got it. Well, not probably, I wouldn't have got it.
Yeah.
But you know, my bad. I didn't do right. So I'm not, you know, I'm not going to be mad at the seller.
And the other thing that bothers me personally, there's nothing on that card, because I looked at it carefully, to indicate that it is a reproduction.
Yeah.
I looked it over, and, you know, if it said somewhere on there, Repro 2018, I don't know, whatever, I'd be like, okay, because, you know, you could bring that to a show or somebody who doesn't know. Because if you look at it carefully and you're familiar enough with the cards, you'll notice something's wrong with that card. And you can say, okay, you know what, colors are a little off or whatever. But someone who's not that experienced would pick that up and not know the difference. Yeah,
and that's true. If you have to really study the card, and I did, and I see some things on it that would say, oh, okay, yeah, something's off with this card.
Yeah.
But if I was a shady type gal, I could put this back on eBay as is and not say a word. Or if you are some type of person and like you found this at Goodwill, and you don't know, and then you just sell it thinking, oh, this is the original thing. Look at it. It look, you know, the card. It has the UPC label. Nothing on there says that there's something wrong with it. You would sell this for an eBay price. You'll look in completed auctions and say, oh, this goes for $800, and you probably will get it.
And God forbid the person who buys it knows what they're doing and then reports you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have all kinds of problems.
Yeah. So, you know, lesson learned on my part. Take my time. Read the descriptions very, 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 very carefully. And hopefully that won't happen again.
And to your credit, that's pretty honest of you, because a lot of people wouldn't want to admit that.
Yeah, you know? I mean, you know, I messed that up, and I'm not going to shift blame. I don't blame the seller. He did put it in the description. Again, it wasn't 100% clear.
Yeah, it wasn't prominent.
I've seen it in there I've seen it clearer on other sellers' descriptions. This guy didn't make it like super crystal clear. You had to read it slowly and everything like that to get it. But, you know, hey,
And
my bad. I messed that up. I'm going to keep it, and maybe later on down the road, maybe I'll hit the lottery or it'll be another stimulus check. And I can get the original.
Bribe you with your own money again. Let me see. Can I see Clamp Champ really quick?
Sure.
I just want to give him a close-up so people can see just how clean that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that is a really clean blister on that Clamp Champ. And really not much in the way of damage. The damage is not bad at all.
No, it's not
I wish
bad.
the price tag, someone hadn't tried to take the price tag off. It's an old KB price tag, and I'd love to know what it sold for.
Now I got 2 things I'm scratching off of my list.
Yeah.
I showed y'all my list before. So I got 2 things that I marked off. So I still chipping away.
Clamp Champ puts the pinch on Ninjor.
He got that big iron clamp.
You know, eventually he became Man-at-Arms.
Yeah, and because they have a lot of different storylines within the comics.
Yes.
And eventually he does become
He's supposed to after Man-at-Arms becomes Snake Man-at-Arms.
Man-at-Arms. Yeah.
But that's interesting about the daily strips too, because we are currently rewatching Masters of the Universe, the original Filmation. We haven't seen Clamp Champ yet.
No, I don't think
I don't know if he's in
it.
it. I'm not sure if he's in it or not.
A lot of the characters that you see that they made figures for are not in there. Like
or they made like one appearance.
Yeah. And a lot of the Hordak characters are not in there.
Yeah.
And they came out with the Masters of the Universe line, not with just the She-Ra line. And a lot of the Snake Men are not in the Filmation.
Yeah.
You know, so... But Hordak is in the comics.
The dailies.
The dailies. And so is King Hiss.
And Gwildor's in there a lot too.
Yeah, Gwildor's in there a lot. He's in there. So you got a lot of characters in the comics.
So if you want some really good storyline, yeah, this is worth checking out, actually.
Yeah, it's a good storyline. I like the direction of it. I like how they do Prince Adam. He has more of a prominent role. He's doing more. They still treat him bad.
That's a staple.
Yeah, they still treat him bad, but you can see that that he does have more responsibilities.
Yes.
And they do have a couple of stories in there where he had to do the work as Prince Adam and wasn't able to turn into He-Man.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But anyway, got my little cheat sheet. Well, not cheat sheet, but my little list of what I'm getting, and I marked off my 2, my Clamp Champ and my Squeeze. So,
and there we go.
Yep. So that's that. Thank you for watching another installment of my journey to collect. I'm not going to say complete.
Complete, yeah. You can
I'm
never.
not going to say complete. To fill out. I'll say fill out my Masters of the... Fill up these empty pages.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.